Hey guys, Mike here from Sensie app. So thank you everyone for joining the Sensie Everlywell food allergy sensitivity blood testing campaign. I'm really excited to have everyone in the group together and participated in this innovative technology and contributed to this research. So I'm very grateful for that. Grateful for all of you guys participating. Just want to cover in this video an overview of the technology, the Sensie technology, the protocol for Sensie, the gesture for Sensie on how to make it work, and sort of like a best practice. So we'll try and keep the video within about 3 to 5 minutes and cover all of that. So here we go. The first thing you'll notice when you go to the App Store, you install Sensie app on your phone, it will open up, and the app will open here. So you'll see it opens up here with these screens, and it's a bit of an introductory video. So it says muscle testing made easy. You can just swipe over it. It's sort of a way to introduce people who aren't familiar with Sensie. You keep swiping all the way over to the side, and then at the bottom you'll see enter activation code. You enter activation code, screen comes up, you just put in ever. And that'll bring you right into adding your first name and last name. So you can do, and then add your email and then click create account. As you click create account, it will cycle through, and then it'll bring you right into the beginning of the campaign, the Everlywell campaign. So these circles that are on the screen, as you notice as you swipe to the right, there's a lot of these circles. Each circle is an activity. For the sake of the Sensie campaign, each activity is a different food group. So as you notice, the first circle is an introduction, which will be this video. So if you're not watching this on your computer, you might be watching this right now. Inside of your phone, it comes right from here. You'll notice the introductory video is in green, while the next activity is gray. So you can't access this activity until you complete the first activity, which is the introductory video. So you tap on this to open up, and the video will open and play within your phone. If you have already watched this video on your computer, you can just simply fast forward to the end of the video. This is a placeholder at the moment. So you can just fast forward to the end of the video if you've already watched it on your computer. And then it'll bring you here. Before you can complete the intro video, we have a practice Sensie round. So understanding the triple whip, which is a gesture. This is a great moment for me to pause and sort of go over that with you. So for Sensie to work, what we're measuring is a neuromuscular response in what's called the Golgi tendon, which is in the wrist. To do that, what we do is we conduct a whipping gesture. So it's 3 whips. So it's a 1, 2, 3. But notice how all the movement's coming from my wrist and not from the elbow. So 1, 2, 3. So you want it to be really natural. You can let go and just whip as many times as you want. Not as many times as you want, sorry, 3 times. It's a triple whip. Actually, it's a really good point, which is I push OK here. We have technology that if you do more than 3 whips or less than 3 whips, it'll catch it and ask you to go back and please only do 3 whips. So I'll do an example. You can play with this too on your side. I suggest it as a way to get familiar with the tech. You can just push start and then see how many whips you can do before that circle completes, which it just did. Let's see how many I did. I got 10 whips in. So oops, it seems you did 10 whips. It'd be interesting to rewind and count each whip and see if I did or not. I'll count the next one, right? So I push start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And oops, you did 5 whips, right? So it's not going to complete until I do 3 whips. We need 3 whips only. So I push start and I whip 3 times. Great job. That was your first Sensie, or the triple whip gesture. So I push OK, and that completes the introduction. Well, after the introduction is complete, you'll notice that dairy becomes green. So it goes from gray to green, which we now have access to the dairy activity. So I push on dairy, and that opens up right to before you start taking Sensies, we need to calibrate. So before we can actually begin doing Sensies and testing for food sensitivities with the flick of a wrist, what we need to do first is actually calibrate the device. So the device needs to see what you look like in a positive and a negative state. So to do that, what we do is we push down here, we push go, and that brings up balance calibration. So we're going to feel and say yes, and then perform the triple whip gesture. This is how we calibrate for balance. The language balance and imbalance is basically how we gauge if food is in alignment with us or not, if we're in balance with the food group or if we're out of balance. So I push OK, and I state yes, then I push go. and I triple whip. And I have to do 3 of those, 3 yeses. I say yes, I push start. It's 3. And then I do one more time. You'll see this counter down here that lets you know how far in you are. I say yes, I push start. Awesome. Now we need to calibrate for out of balance. So now I feel and say no. So I really want to connect to the feeling of no. And then I perform the triple whip gesture. So I'm here at the start screen, as you can see. I say no, feeling into a no. So no, I push start, and I triple whip. And then look, I have 2 more, right? So 2 and 3. So I say no, start. And then one more time, no. Awesome, great job. You are now fully calibrated. So after I fully calibrate, I push OK, and then boom, I go right into dairy. I can tap on dairy, it opens back up, and it says, evaluating raw and organic dairy products. So underneath that, you'll see the statement. The statement seems a little jargony, but that is the language they use for the blood test. They're looking for an antibody response to the different food groups. So we need to use the same language that they're using. So we'll do that. So we say out loud, I say state, so I generate a sensitivity type antibody response to, and then I push down here, continue to the activity, cheddar cheese. So now I say cheddar cheese, and I push start, and I whip. And then I say, I don't have to say that jargony sentence again, I can just say cottage cheese. So cottage cheese, I push start, I triple whip. Same deal. So this is going to keep giving me different food groups or foods inside of this food group. So now I say cow's milk, and I take a Sensie. Cow's milk. Push OK. I push start. Triple whip. See, and it'll just keep on cycling through until I reach the last activity. Once I reach the last activity, it will then, the last task inside of the activity. The tasks are the different individual foods. It will unlock the next food group for me, which, as you notice, this is green, and it says fruits, group 1. And you'll notice fruits group 2 is grayed out, as well as the next one. So basically what I need to do is just go through each activity, each circle, until it's complete, and it'll pass me over to the next one, going through every activity until we get through all of the food groups that we are doing the blood test for. And that should be just about it. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a note. Otherwise, the most important part when you're whipping is really to just kind of let go, bring a curious mind, don't have any expectations, and whip from the wrist. Just imagine you're cracking that whip on your significant other. Anyways, that's it for me. Any questions, feel free to shoot me a note, mike@sensieapp.com. Hope you're all doing well. Look forward to hearing from you.